Welcome back. Another one-take tour. In our previous video, we looked at the brown wall. Now we're going to check out the tower here in front of the wall. Now this is a combination of a bunch of towers. There's actually several of them connected together. You can see they run way down there past the science fiction section. But we're going to start up here at the top. Again, looking at Western and military figures. Those are the sideshow platoon figures, the rest of the group that they made. Still boxed, along with several X-Files. Hey, that's science fiction, which is the next section. Those are the harder to get X-Files. Here we have some military. Those are Hasbro. That's a John F. Kennedy. There's a Teddy Roosevelt. And over here on the other side, you'll notice that there's a World War II tank crawling through with both Americans and Germans in different spots. As we come around this side, we're going to get into the Tarantino film, The Hateful Eight. These are the 6-scale Hateful Eight that were done by Asmus. As we move down this way, we get a few more, including a Custer there at the end that was done by Drastic Plastic. We come around this end, we have some Captain Action Lone Ranger. The one in the middle with the red shirt and the white hat, that's an original Captain Action outfit. The others are the ones that were done by Praying Mantis a few years later. And then we have a variety of boxed Western goodies from various vintage periods. Now we're going to move down a shelf. You're going to see the Mego Western line. It's a great line from Mego, along with some other Western figures, 4-inch figures, military figures from Plan B across there as well. As we come around here, get some more Western figures, including a terrific Zorro. On this end, we move into some more military along with the Western, including a terrific Franklin Delano Roosevelt. That's another one by Drastic Plastic. Around this side, we have some George Washington and Revolutionary War characters. Some more Germans and a few more Americans and a Jeep. As we come around this end, there's even a Japanese infantry. And a battle between some Germans and Americans. When we move down this way, we get into the smaller Gabriel lines. Legend of Zorro, as well as Lone Ranger, Butch Cassidy and the Sundown Kid. That's pretty much a complete set of those lines, with a few of them loose. Now we're going to move down to this shelf. We're going to ignore Back to the Future since that's a part of the science fiction, but we'll jump here into 300. I consider that part of the military series. And the Civil War. You can see we have a raging battle going on, and generally he's getting his ass kicked. General Grant's even smoking a cigar while he's doing it. A few more Western figures as we come around this end, including Billy the Kid, General Custer, Geronimo, Wyatt Earp. That's a prototype portrait for that Custer. This Custer is actually the Drastic Plastic version. The one I showed you earlier was Sideshow. Oh, and some more military. These are some of the villains. 21st Century did a bunch of these. We have some SWAT. Fortunately, that villain got ran over by the SWAT truck. And we come down around to the backside of the SWAT vehicle. Now, we could go down this line, but again, we're skipping those until we get to the science fiction section. But below them, we have some more of the Gabriel Lone Ranger I was talking about earlier. These are the playsets. I showed a boxed one. These were done only in Europe. I showed one of them boxed earlier underneath. This is a 9-inch line by Gabriel. It's a terrific line. You can see there's a covered wagon back there and some horses. Teepee. Now we're going to come around this line. Is another one I love. This is the Sundown Kid, along with a couple of the other characters from the Ready Gang. Stuff from Westworld. Fighting Furies, that was a line by Matchbox. Yep, they did action figures too at one time. And we have a whole bunch of different 9-inch scale figures. There's some more from the Hateful Eight, as well as historical characters, and even the Hal Needham Stuntman set. A lot of vintage stuff here. Horses with the covered wagon around the backside. There's Dead-Eye Dick. We didn't get a lot of figures of him. Some Grizzly Adams. Oh, actually, How the West Was Won, rather. Not Grizzly Adams, but there was a Grizzly Adams line, too. Some more of the boxed and carded Lone Ranger stuff. Down on the bottom shelf, we have some various cheapos. I like knockoff lines like this, especially the vintage stuff that did a lot of weird, bizarre Western characters. They were really popular in the 70s, 60s. And there was all kinds of them out there. These are a hard PVC plastic. They're almost like PVC statues. And they have some terrific characters that we don't normally get in any form, all historical. And down here at the final end, oh, not quite the final, but almost the final end, we're going to move through some more vintage Western figures and come around here to end with the Legends of the West, the 4-inch line, with the different play sets as well as the different vehicles. I'll show one more that's historical. Those are the Marx Presidents, up through Richard Nixon. And that is the Western and Military Tower. See you next week.